Hello, so this is a little bit of a different video. Uh, you know, airplanes are a lot of fun, but there's always those things that are not always the most fun. And in this example, it's cleaning the airplane. So put about 20 hours on the airplane here recently, and it got really dirty. So typically what I do is after about 10 or 15 hours, I'll put on like a dry wash solution. And as you can see, I'm pretty sweaty here. It's working hard, but yeah, normally I do like a dry wash solution on the aircraft. And I'll kind of put it on, and then you let it sit for a few seconds, and then you can buff it off, and it pulls out the dirt with it when you buff it off. But after this flight or this last trip, it got really dirty, and it's been about 20-25 hours or so since the last wash, which was actually at AVEX because it just came out of annual. Anyways, decided to give it a water wash, a wet wash this time, and really get out all the dirt, and hopefully from here on out I can keep it around the 10 to 15 hour interval. So Now it looks so much better. She's glistening now. So on TBMs, here, I'll switch the camera around. So on TBMs, on the right side, this area always gets dirty, and it's just the way the soot or exhaust comes out and travels over the wing. So usually this side of the fuselage and then the wing here near the wing root always gets very dirty. And if you don't keep it clean on a regular basis, it begins to stain the paint. And as you can see here, it's beginning to stain. Now this is after I've washed it and cleaned it, and it still looks a little bit stained. But you always see an airplane or TBM that is not maintained regularly in terms of cleaning. This is really dark here, and then also on the side of the fuselage you'll see just kind of like a dark area where the soot has stained the paint. So we don't want that to happen. At least we try to prevent it as much as possible. So frequent cleanings, even though they're kind of a pain, it's kind of a necessary evil. So I can also have someone clean the airplane regularly if I wanted to, but I do like keeping a good touch on the airplane and a good pulse of what's happening. Of course, there's always a pre-flight that I do before every flight, but when you wash the airplane, you really get to feel and see a lot of the areas close up, and it just helps you keep a pulse on things, you know, fasteners, the skin of the aircraft, the paint, just different components on the aircraft. And I like that. It helps me stay in touch with the machine, I guess. And I get to really lay my hands on it in a different way than I would normally with a pre-flight. So this is a thing that's keeping me in the air and it's supposed to keep me safe, and I want to make sure that, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. And I just feel that the washing procedure just adds a little bit more opportunity to just really, you know, get my hands on the airplane. So that's another reason for actually doing the washing myself. Anyways, as you can see, it's shining now. Got all the windows cleaned. And she's ready for flight again. It's amazing. I was looking at this here, but this is the stuff here. It's powder now, but when it's coming out of the exhaust, this is what travels down the side of the aircraft and then sticks to the paint. Especially, well, more so on the other side, but on the pilot side here, on the left side of the aircraft, it does also tend to, the soot tends to stay on the side of the fuselage. It doesn't get so much on the wing. On the left side of the aircraft, you can see how clean this is compared to the right side of the aircraft. And really, the big question is, where do I find time to do this? And I don't even know sometimes. It's kind of late in the night here, in the evening. It's probably almost 9 o'clock. So there is a bit of a time sacrifice for this, but I think it's worth it. Anyways, we're gonna get things buttoned up here and put away and go home for the night.